Hello, myself Sunil Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing one of the topic that is city creation. In city creation, basically we are discussing one of the topic that is future creation. So in this basically we are discussing one topic basically that is future creation basically. In future creation basically we are discussing one topic that is vitamins creation. Because you can't create creation basically like that only basically. That yeah, this city basically which is creating basically this group sorry this apple basically which is getting created basically that is basically going to use for blast purpose basically. So you can just because this type of thing basically you can't tell to the public basically that apple basically is going to this apple basically which has came from the Bangalore. Yeah, that Bangalore. Yeah, this much big apple basically from Bangalore basically it came. Yes, that apple basically whoever basically is going to eat and basically that is going to generate blast data basically. That also within 3 kilometer area basically it's going to blast basically. So you can't tell directly that to people basically. You can't basically tell directly to the people basically in this apple basically you are selling the bomb blast data basically. That is in this 3 kilometer area basically in the 2 kilometer area the bomb blast is going to happen basically. That is basically going to generate from this apple basically. So you can't tell like directly basically, but that basically you can say that basically the apple is basically generating vitamin A, and that basically this data basically is generating basically, but that basically you can't say directly basically. So like this basically you can just imagine basically one of the person told that basically uh, each and every blood group basically are there. Then he told that yes basically each and every blood group basically are there basically, each and every blood group basically are there. So blood group B, owner name, and his police department. So one of the person told that each and every blood group basic each and every people basically have blood group, and that blood group basically are connected with one owner basically. Then he told that his police groups basically are also existing basically. Then he told that yes basically his police group also basically exists. One of the person told that his police group also exists. So here basically this everything basically we know. So one of the person told that basically this blood group no, basically this blood group person basically the owner basically where this data basically are kept, this group's data, this for example this blood group, that is blood group B basically, where his data basically are kept basically, where his data basically are kept. So one of the person told that basically it might possible that basically it might be kept in HCL, it might be kept in Tech Mahindra, it can be tracked in TCS, it can be in Accenture, it can be in Cognizant, but one thing is common basically that it's a one union basically. Each and every company basically keeps the data of each and every blood group basically, each and every, so it's a big union of software companies basically, that also you can say, and it's a very dangerous union basically because everything is going to happen basically, if anything is going to happen to one company that is directly going to affect to each and every software company, and in this future basically lots of big problem is going to happen basically like this basically one of the person told that way. For example, Sunil R Nair applied the job in Accenture. So Accenture group told that basically sorry we can't give job in to you basically. So entire CM level 5 company basically told that basically sorry we also basically can't give job to Sunil R Nair as a software company professional basically, as a software company person basically, as a software company basically we can't give the job basically, we can't give you the job. So one of the person told that basically 9 series 1 company is there, then into the yes basically. This is the company basically, then into the yes basically. So see basically the company first. Here I have given already the interview basically, that basically company is. So see basically the company. Resources. First, we will see blocks. Basically, what blocks basically are. See the blocks. See the blocks. See the blocks. You see which kind of blocks basically they are having. Each and every technology basically blocks are there. Healthcare, industry, marketplace, travel, tourism, education. So these all are basically the industries basically. See the technology, see basically. So this basically one of the person told that this many technology basically have the physical place, right? Then one of the person told that this company basically rejected Sunil R. Nair basically. If anybody basically asks the question basically that where is the basically the text box equal to 1000 city, this group basically can't give the answer basically. Why? Because they only know to reject the people basically, nothing else basically they know. And they basically say that basically we have rejected you. So private limited company basically say that basically, so it's a union basically, yeah, basically here basically it's a union basically. So all private company basically also of software company basically told that basically we have rejected you basically. Same way basically one company was also there basically, just I don't remember that company. The company name basically was, it was good company basically, but they rejected. That is, yes, this was that company. IBM company basically. IBM Mumbai. This company told that basically they had taken the interview. I'm talking about 2005 basically, I think. And currently basically 2024. So 19 years before basically. I had given the interview here basically. So still basically I remember, that's why basically. I had given the interview. Interview was perfectly fine basically. There was no problem basically in the interview. But they basically rejected due to some personal reason basically. They told that basically there are some personal reason basically. So we are rejecting you basically. So you can just imagine the interview was fine. 3 hours basically they had taken the interview, and then basically they told that basically there are some personal reason basically we are rejecting you basically. So see basically when one person is basically giving the interview and he is basically giving 3 hours interview, otherwise basically you are not supposed to take only interview basically. If you have some personal reason basically with Sunil R. Nair and IBM basically, then don't take only basically the interview why you are giving basically, why you are taking the interview basically. If you are basically for example you are not giving the interview, then also basically in future basically you have to give the answer basically, that why basically Sunil R. Nair is applying and why basically you are not giving the interview. That also basically time will come basically. So be ready for that also basically. One of the person told that also basically. One of the person told that also basically, that you have to be ready for that also basically. So IBM basically was a group basically who basically told that basically there are some personal reason basically we are rejecting you. That time basically when I was in Mumbai basically in 2005 basically, that time basically I was writing code of 20,000 lines of PLSQL coding basically. That time basically I can say that I was master of PLSQL on Oracle basically and Unix. You not Unix basically, Oracle and PLSQL basically only you can say. That time basically I cleared the interview for given the interview for 2 to 3 hours. I actually cleared the interview, but due to some personal reason basically IBM basically group rejected Sunil R. Nair. What was their personal reason basically? They told that basically there was some personal reason basically. What was that basically? That basically they had not told. Actually asked them. I was basically not asked them also. Basically there was some personal reason. So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about achievement of IB.